Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Just want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on. I'm sorry I haven't been creating videos much, but it's kind of been a combination of things. I own a business, and so I've been fairly busy in that business, and then also I've not really enjoyed tanks the way I was, and so I've been playing less tanks. I've averaged like, I don't know, a huge amount of games over the course of my career here playing World of Tanks, and I just kind of lost the joy of it. I was getting too aggressive and hurting my stats, which I'm not really a stat whore, but if I'm playing poorly, I don't want to be playing. So anyway, this game ends up being a second class, and I'm wondering if the Frontlines game mode, if they didn't fix it so that marks of excellence don't show up, because this game, you'll see at the end, I mean, a spoiler, I do about 9,000 combined and it ends up being a second class. So anyways, it's not a super exciting game. I am bottom tier. I've got a couple of unicums on my team, which I try to support and help them to win the game, and it pays off. Usually, when you do have unicums on your team, it's very wise because they will get shots on what you create for them, and so it's always wise to do that if you can help it. So let's go ahead and get it started. It's proc, and of course, on proc, I always like to cross. And I like to get some early spots and just see what's coming hill. And so that's what we're going to do. We're not really, we're bottom tier, so we don't want to go out there and just expose ourselves until all the light tanks are dead. But as you can see on the enemy team, there's not really very skilled scouts. That 1390 is not too bad a player. I mean, he's actually a pretty good player. So we did get lit, and there is Artie, so I'm trying to kind of use the buildings to shield me from the guys, and then also, right there we pick up 1,000 spotting damage, just that quick, and another 260. But it's not very wise what I'm doing now, because if there's a fast tank that goes hill, they're going to spot me, and that T-54 isn't even all that fast, and he gets up there and spots me. So fortunately, he's busy shooting at the Object 2684, which is a super overpowered tank if you haven't played much. But it's only overpowered from the front, and he's got himself in kind of a poor position, in my opinion. But he'll probably extricate himself because he is a unicum. So we've spotted the hill, and of course, we've got a lot of stuff waiting in one line, and we do have our Bat Chat 12T over in those bushes on one line, but I prefer not to go there because it's too easy to get spotted. If you have that 1390 pokes up through these bushes along this ridge here, it's really easy for him to get spotted. And that's been a change basically to the map design. You've got so many really thick bushes along this little road here that I'm going to. So that's how I counter spot. And notice here I'm not in the bush. I should be in the bush, and I finally make the adjustment. But that's why I find that the one line is not a very good place to go anymore, just because there's so many bushes along this road that you're not really going to spot anything on one line unless they're out in the open. So I'm the closest one. That Bat Chat is not really close enough to spot the Mauerbrecher, so I'm picking up the assist damage on that, which is really good. We're up to 3,000 assist already. And I'm just playing this map like I always play it if you watch my channel. And of course I'm not shooting. But I am watching to see if that T-30 backs up behind me, because people can shoot me on accident. But he goes down, which is fine. And the Mauerbrecher dies, so that means it's time to kind of move forward. See, I think that 1390 would have done better to go down in these bushes and pop up, but He's got a T110E5 there in that bush, and so I understand why he didn't do that. So this is just free damage, right? Because really nobody's going to spot me from where I'm at. They can't spot me on one line. They can't spot me. You know, the T57 is not going to spot me. It turns out he's fallen back. So we're up to 3,300 spotting. I feel like it's a decent game thus far. And our light tank kind of suicides. So I'm really the only light tank left in the game, which is the way I like it to be. And we're able to pick up some spotting on this VK1001P. So you'll notice a lot of guys will try and get you to push earlier than you should. And I'm not taking the bait, even though it's a guy from Chai clan, and I'm looking for a shot here and kind of trying to decide if I even want to fire, because if I get lit, I'm dead. But even though he's in Chai, I don't want to push him and push until I feel like it's safe. Now that the grill has dropped down, I feel relatively safe in pushing. So we did not spot that UDES until we proxy spotted him, and that's the danger on this map. So we just picked up over 2,000 assists there, and we're up to 6,000 assists. And the RD, I don't even get a chance to fire on him, which is fine. So now we've won the game, right? It's 9-3. And I take a chance because I am full health and this grill, you know, is here, but I figured if he shot me, so be it. And we're loading HE for the grill. And 8,000 spotting. And I poke a little bit too high and he ammo racks me. And that is basically the end of the game. That guy does end up going down, and because I was there, I get the spotting damage for it. It hasn't even... Okay, and so, yeah, 8,350 spotting and 786 damage. I was positive this would be an ace. I mean, I was sure, because it's all tier 10s that I'm shooting as well. But it turned out to be a second class, which begs the question, did they screw up on Frontlines and leave it in the mark of excellence? Because that's the only way I can figure a 9K game in a tier 8 light tank would not be sufficient to get an ace and would only be a second class. But yet I've played other tanks that are probably in Frontlines that seem fine. So maybe there's a bug or something going on with the 4190, because I've had lesser games do better. So let's go ahead and look at the post-game stats. Okay, here we are at the post-game stats. See, second class here. We got a scout and a patrol duty, which always tells you you've done well in the game. And you can see we spotted a ton of guys and spotted for damage a ton of guys. And of course, we killed the GW Tiger, which was 77 damage. But anyway, as far as the team goes, we got 1,241 base XP, and the next guy down basically had, well, I need to sort, 922, so that was one of the unicums basically, but we were by far on top of this team, which tells me we probably helped win the game, in my opinion. We ended up firing 6 shots, 4 hits, 4 pens, big whopping 786 damage, but the big number here, of course, is the 8,350 assist damage. We ended up without a premium account getting 74,000 credits because we didn't fire a lot of rounds, so we didn't use much ammo, and we did have to resupply on the vehicle. If I hadn't taken that ammo rack, of course, we would have made up 81,000 credits. And so we got a bonus for a premium vehicle, ended up with 1489 XP and 62 free XP. So I appreciate you watching. I will try and put some more videos up regardless. If I've had trouble making ace tanker badges, I don't know what it is here lately, but I'll put up some content regardless whether it's ace or not. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content. Like is over there, and if you didn't like the video, go ahead and hit the dislike button. And as I said before, you guys are welcome to email me your replay and we can discuss it. Thanks.